I'm Lauren Kelly.
And I'm Chelsea Beers, and you are listening to...
It's ApPARENT. Because for some people, it's just not obvious.
A weekly podcast where we discuss and laugh about parenting, all the joys and sorrows, and all the special parts of us that died as individuals. While drinking booze.
Cheers! Hi, everybody.
Welcome back.
It's been a long time.
It's been 6 days. Hi.
Well, that's a long time.
Okay.
I feel really out of practice.
And can I please do an update real quick?
Yes, please do.
So we said on a previous episode, I don't know if it was the last one or not.
Second to last one.
Okay. You tell me what I'm doing.
Well, I don't know what you're updating. I'm assuming.
My update is that we were talking about me working out every time.
That was the last one. You're right.
That Josh had chance.
Right?
And I was going to try to implement doing good things for myself, and I have successfully done that. Every time Josh has had chance, I have worked out. Not necessarily at the state park walking.
Right.
But I have downloaded like little daily workouts for like busy moms, and I've done it.
Yeah, but then you come here and we drink cocktails, and you brought us a treat today.
But I've done the workouts.
Right, true.
So can I have any sort of...
No, you're right. I'm sorry. It totally justifies what you've been doing.
Thank you.
And you look fantastic.
Well,
also.
Thanks.
You look incredibly tan.
But I am messing up everything that I did this morning with this rum and Coke. For the podcast. I'm doing it for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
mean, it's important because you know what? Life is all about balance. And without balance, you have unbalance.
Wow, that's beautiful. Cheers. Oh my God.
You know what else I'd like to talk about?
Yes. Oh, go ahead.
Have you noticed that every time I wear a bun, it's getting higher and higher and higher? Like, I'm really trying to do the Chelsea up front kind of a thing.
Right.
I just don't think my hair's long enough yet.
All right.
What do you think,
This is a special, like...
It really is. The way you do it is amazing.
Right. Like, this is like the granddaddy of man buns.
You always have your little curls right up front. It's so cute. So cute.
It's so cute.
You're so cute. Listen, today's a special day.
It is very special.
Because
Why?
not only are we drinking hard liquor with Pop, but we have another guest. We have an incredibly pregnant woman here. JoAnna Fulqui is joining us.
Hey.
Welcome.
Thanks.
How incredibly pregnant are you?
Pregnant enough that I can't drink hard liquor with Pop.
Right. Well, you could be 3 weeks pregnant and not drinking it.
Take a guess. Take a guess.
She's got a very...
Yeah, this is
It's pregnant.
Steam stretching pregnant. That's what that is.
Yeah, well, thank goodness for cotton.
So you're due when? In
July 31st.
30 minutes. Oh, okay.
That's all the time we have on today's episode. So
My husband's got the car running outside.
Bag is packed. No, but she is drinking with us. We didn't want to leave her out. She's drinking caffeine-free cream soda.
Yeah.
Well, I went to the gas station.
Uh-huh.
To get Hostess cupcakes, more to make you guys jealous because I can eat whatever I want, and then you brought cupcakes, so ruined that, but that's fine. Mm-hmm. And then I went to get root beer, or ginger beer.
Oh.
Literally, the whole aisle was
and the sad thing is
gone.
She had to bring her own cocktail because she knew there was nothing here non-alcoholic to have.
Right.
She's heard the show, so she knows what we mix things with. And it's like,
I was like,
I don't think
you know what? My choice is to go to a gas station and drink anything else.
I don't know if a glass of one piece of pulp is really going to satisfy me.
Or is healthy for the baby.
Judgment.
Well, I'm so glad to have you here. Listen, and one of the main things I was excited about is she's pregnant, and Chelsea's been pregnant, but I've never been pregnant. So I'm going to ask her some damn questions about being pregnant.
Yeah.
This is your second
yes,
child.
I have a 2-year-old son.
So you're going to have an incredibly full house.
Oh.
Yes, and I have 2 dogs and a husband who, takes up space.
So you have 2...
That's baby number 3.
She has 2 younger children. 2 younger children and 2 dogs.
Right.
Yeah.
No, my husband's incredibly helpful.
Yeah.
So was your son, I'm sorry, his name is?
Ronan.
So when you gave birth to Ronan, was it a natural birth or was it a cesarean?
It was a cesarean.
Okay.
It was, It was an ordeal, to say the least.
Are you open to kind of giving us the cliff notes and sharing that story?
Yeah.
Because
so
I didn't mention, JoAnna is actually my sister, so I already kind of know the story, but it's
I don't.
It's a perfect example of how you can have a plan and it goes to shit.
Plans are not.
Yeah.
They're pointless.
Right.
Well,
so
when it comes
and everyone
to kids,
tells you to make a plan, and you're like, and in your head, some reason, being a first-time mom, you're like, well, it didn't work for 95% of the population, but my plan is going to go perfect. And that's what every first-time mom thinks. And then you get to the hospital, and they punch your dreams in the face and then throw them out the window.
Right. That's exactly what happened.
So let's hear about yours. Same thing totally happened to me, but you're the guest of the show.
So he was 41 weeks, so that's quote-unquote overdue for those needing to know. And I actually went into labor that morning. I was supposed to be induced, but I actually went into labor, which was great. We get to the hospital, we get a room, and I'm like, I don't want to sit here, so we're like walking the halls, and random old men are like, oh, you're having a baby, because I'm like grabbing onto the sides of they have railings.
Like, ah!
Yeah. So, and then my husband goes and gets
hospitals are covered in oh shit bars.
They are, the whole
The
thing.
whole thing, yeah.
So I'm like, and my husband gets a sandwich, and bless him, he eats it, very quickly in the other room.
Yeah.
And we're doing that, and it's happening, but it's not happening. Come to find out, he wasn't in the right position for things to happen correctly.
Gotcha.
But it was happening. Like,
so you were holding on to bars, and he was holding on to you.
And we were like,
don't let me out.
And so, cut to, 8 hours later, I was like, I can't do this anymore. I got the epidural, did whatever. Cut to another 20 hours later, no joke, 32 hours later, I have been now pushing for about 6 hours. Granted, they don't like it when you do that, but you can't help it. You're like, you're doing that.
Right.
So you're doing that. They get the vacuum, nothing. He is not coming out. And so they literally push him back in, and we go to the OR. They get him out. I did not do any kind of research about what that would be like.
Yes,
I was
me
not
either.
expecting it.
I skipped all those chapters.
And I wish that I had not, because holy cow, I was not prepared for the table to be like an earthquake while I was there. And they're like, we need more hands. And you're just like, like what's happening? Meanwhile, I had back labor, and the epidural only goes down, and it was, my whole entire back was spasming. So my husband is like trying to hold me, because I really didn't want my hands to be like the crucifix thing that they do. I was like really scared about that for some reason. So when he was finally born, they finally pushed some sort of something. I don't know, because I was begging. Like, I literally couldn't hold my head or neck still. Like, it was that painful.
I'm sorry, just to back up for a quick minute. Where was the pain coming from? Your back? Your back was hurting? You couldn't feel anything that
No, I couldn't feel anything below, but because the pain was shooting up, I could still feel it in my neck and my lower spine.
That's what back labor is like, that's where all the pain and the pressure and the tension is just coming from your back shooting.
Oh, how miserable.
What's happening is because it's because he was turned, and they're literally, the back of their massive head is just grinding into your spine. That's what's happening. And then every time you push, it just, so, because they're trying to get out. And they want to, he wanted to be like, help, but it wasn't happening. So they pushed some sort of med to finally, because they couldn't do it while he was still inside. He came out. I don't necessarily believe in higher power. We're not getting into that. But I was pretty much knocked out after that. And I thank the Lord because, well, like I said, I don't...
It's okay.
Anyway,
yes.
He was not breathing, no heartbeat, no respirations, nothing. They revived him. We transferred him to Children's Hospital. He underwent this cooling thing, literally like hypothermia. It's like this very specialized thing.
And they did that because they wanted to make sure his thing still had an opportunity to bounce back.
Correct.
It wasn't like a grown adult when you're jolted back to life and your body can kind of recoup. Like, for him, they chilled him, they froze him. So
it's almost like they froze him, like he was reborn when they heated him back up, so that his brain could have an opportunity to start up again. It was an awful experience, but between that and a bunch of meds, totally better alternative. I know, I didn't know anything like this was a thing.
Right.
And it was the worst time of my life,
this wasn't in your plan at all.
No,
to have your
believe it or not, I wasn't
frozen.
freeze him, have him laying there looking blue.
I'm just clearing it up.
So anyway, 32 hours of labor, 6 hours of pushing. He came out. It was not ideal. We all got transferred. He turns out he had 2 strokes, which apparently is not uncommon. Another thing I did not know, but why would you know this, Like,
of course.
Well, especially with your firstborn, right?
Right.
Well, wait, so he had 2 strokes because the labor was a traumatic
nobody
one?
knows.
And did the strokes happen inside or
No,
right?
nobody knows.
No one knows.
So yeah.
Awesome. That's great.
I know,
So,
it makes me feel really
thanks,
great about
doctors.
this one.
So listen, real
But he's
quick.
great.
Yes,
Yeah. To
that's
preface,
what I need to
he's
cut to.
absolutely fine. He was growing. He was huge. He was 9 pounds 3 ounces.
Well, you said 41 weeks, right? I mean.
Well, but he was, and nobody knew he was going to be that big. I carried him really, but I never dropped. He was just in there,
Right.
But he's totally fine. And he's crazy smart, growing good.
Crazy smart, like. He's the smartest person in our family. That's literally what it feels like sometimes.
So no, as far as we know, mental delays. He did have to have physical therapy every month for a year and neurology appointments and whatever. But
That's
he is.
Small price to
Oh
pay.
gosh, we are so lucky.
He also is, and Chance, her son, just started walking, a couple months ago.
Oh my gosh.
And, when babies start to walk, they kind of have the little wobble.
Yeah.
Ronan, not a little wobble. When he started walking, he was walking
at 9
like
months.
a full-grown, teenager, just jaunting around.
Oh,
in his
man.
shoe. I mean, it was awkward, kind of, to look at it because he seemed so comfortable.
Right.
Walking.
It's almost like he just waited till the 9 months to appease you guys.
I
It's
know,
almost
then
like
he's
he came out with the ability to walk, but he's like, I don't want to freak him out.
Right.
So I'm gonna wait a little bit.
Yeah.
I can't handle it.
I don't want to
And he
walk away
does.
when I'm nursing. Yeah.
He walks with purpose.
Yeah.
Oh,
like
that's
this.
so cute.
Yeah. So
Wow.
he's totally fine. But so this one I don't have a plan because what the hell's the point?
Right. Yeah.
Well, Mom did say that when we were growing up. That was one of her other phrases was, when you have a plan, you always get let down because somehow it never goes according to the plan because the plan is your own. Mm-hmm. It's in your own head. And unless you really share that,
Which they ask you to, so that's the problem.
Yeah.
You should just keep it.
So, okay, so you got an amazing boy.
Oh, yeah.
And now you're going to have a girl.
Yes.
Oh, one of each.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's as my husband says, we are living the American dream. All we're missing is a picket fence. We have an RV, we've got dogs, we have a home. It's like I know, living it up.
Both
we're not
of you
gonna
have to work full time.
It's true. It's true.
I mean, that's a little more the American dream.
Yeah, we don't need to put this sad side on,
So, I also know, JoAnna, that your last pregnancy with Ronan was really hard. The whole pregnancy was really hard on you. You went through the traditional, they say, and please, ladies, correct me if I'm wrong, because that happens every once in a while. The first trimester is probably the worst, right? That's when you're throwing up a lot and things like that. But you felt that pretty
into
much
the 5th month with both.
all the way, right? Now, what do
Yeah.
you think that is? Is that just your genetic makeup or what?
I don't know. I think I'm a fairly good mom, so I don't think it's like...
You're a fantastic
I don't think
mom.
it's like the universe, what are you doing?
Yeah, don't do it. Get rid of it.
I don't know. I think just everybody's different.
I think everyone's completely different. I never had one day of morning sickness. I was gonna knock on wood, but I don't have to do that. I never threw up. I never had morning sickness. The one thing that's the way that I found out I was pregnant for some reason. This one random 3 or 4 day period, I was craving hot sauce, and I don't like spicy stuff. And I was like, I think I'm pregnant. I need to go to Rite Aid. And that's exactly what I thought. That was my first thought. I was like, I want spicy food. Oh no, there's something growing in me.
There's something, there's a parasite.
That's exactly what I thought.
That's so funny.
And so I never had morning sickness, and I never threw up or anything like that. And I didn't have weird cravings or anything. And so
do you?
I didn't have that.
I really craved Indian food last time. This time, just anything sweet.
Really?
Sweet.
Which is my entire life.
I mean,
so
I was
that's
going
not...
to say, I pretty much... Well, JoAnna and I also have this, mac and cheese thing, which is odd because she's technically, lactose intolerant.
True.
So I'm the cheese.
I have to plan it out.
I'm, of course, the cheese, and she's the macaroni. But we have an older sister, too, and she's had 3 children, and I've never really... All of her births are all very different as well.
Yeah.
But I don't remember her saying that she ever was ill as
her
much
last
as you
one,
were.
she said, was pretty bad.
So you were pretty nervous with this one, huh? But everything seems fine.
Yeah, everything's. I'm super terrified.
Hopefully
I just
she
don't
comes
think
out
about
like
it.
a nice
Right.
person. Because,
No.
Ronan came out perfect. The pregnancy was awful, but he seems like a perfect little...
I know, right? Well,
little champ.
she tried to get out early, so we
Yeah.
already had a little scare.
You had a little
and,
scare,
yeah,
okay.
32 weeks, she tried
So
to come
now,
out.
do you have a scheduled C-section happening?
I
or-
do,
okay.
but if she decides to show face earlier,
Okay.
depending on all these factors,
Right,
she
right.
may be able to come just...
Gotcha.
Can they do that? I thought they couldn't do that.
Oh, you can, if you have a C-section, are you saying if you have a
I
C-section?
thought once you have a C-section,
you
you
can
have to
have a
have...
natural birth? No, you definitely can.
You can.
Oh,
It's
really?
called a
Yeah.
VBAC, vaginal birth after cesarean.
Oh, well, that's cool.
Yeah, there
Also
were just all
sounds-
these stipulations for me, so it was like
Yeah.
easier. If you're gonna
They'll just
control
keep
it,
you
just control it.
Kind of on a closer watch, I'm guessing.
That's what she
something
said.
like
Yeah,
a-
they'll monitor you the whole time, which is not ideal. It'd be nice to move around, but I don't know how it's gonna go, and truthfully I don't. I definitely haven't put as much thought into it as I did the last time I was
Which
like.
is kind of fine. It's
Yeah.
fine.
I'm
Once
busy.
You go
Yeah.
through it once, I feel like. Now, do they put you through stress tests now weekly? Or?
They won't because I'll be delivering at 39 weeks. So after that,
Oh,
they would.
okay.
They do measure her every week, which
Yes.
it has such a high margin. I don't know why they even bother, but
Right. Yeah.
she's already over 7 pounds, so she's big.
Wow. You have big babies.
We all
that's
do.
who I got those shoes for. And I gave
the
them to
little
her at
the
the
little
shower.
flip
Yeah.
flops.
Yeah. Tell JoAnna. Tell what you just...
yeah. So I know she's big, so Lauren got me a little ladybug outfit that's in newborn. So I was like, better have her wear this right out the gate, right? So,
and it matches those little cute little
so I
sandals.
put that in the hospital bag. And when I opened the hospital bag, I was like, well, I might as well put the little sandals, because let's just do it.
Yeah.
I put them in, and I have the exact same sandals. I mean, adult size. Otherwise, what am I doing walking around my big toe?
Isn't that so cute?
I had no idea. It didn't occur because I packed it when I had the 32-week scare.
Right.
And I hadn't really worn the sandals. I got them, when they're $1 or whatever at Old
Totally,
Navy.
yeah.
So I just stuck them in there, and I was like, oh my God!
That
They're
is
both navy.
so
Yeah.
Fun.
I was like, oh, we're going to have to, show our
you're
toes.
gonna need to paint her nails before you leave the house.
Yeah. So, baby paint. I know.
No, baby feet are cute enough. They
They're
don't need
so
paint.
cute.
Yeah.
I still bite my son's feet. I love his
You'll
feet.
stop that as soon as they start growing up. The feet are the last thing I want.
I can't believe how soft they are.
If I could make my kids take off their feet before they walk in the house, that would be
And just nub it.
just
nub it
just
through the house.
just like a little
That would be so
pirate. Just
disgusting.
I mean, I would rather the blood that would leave than the stank.
Stop it.
No, you
Absolutely
wouldn't. That's
no,
a
you
huge
would
mess.
not. No, you would not.
Blood's hard to get out of
and
stuff.
they would die from losing all that blood. So you would have blood and corpses to
Well,
clean up.
and truthfully, I'd still have the stinky feet outside. So you're right. You're right. It's
all right, boys, you can keep your feet on. Okay.
Fine.
All right.
Fine.
you can kick it. It's fine. Good. So I'm glad everything's great. Are you excited or what? Are you stoked to meet her? Because this time in your last pregnancy, you were kind of like, ooh, I'm not quite sure how I'm going to feel about him yet because I don't really know him. How are you feeling about this one?
I have a very, I don't know, that's actually the hardest part about my pregnancies is that I don't get this connection with my baby like people do in utero. I feel them kicking and I just go, my rib, I guess that sounds selfish, but I'm like, my pelvis. I don't want to, but I love my son dearly, so I'm not concerned about loving her. I just don't know. I'm kind of like, you made me pretty miserable. You better be really great. Because and that's the hardest part. I have like losing my body and stuff and sort of feeling sort of useless at home is really hard for me. We grew up being very independent and that's hard.
Are you nervous about the fact of you having now a newborn and a 2-year?
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
because I feel like a 2-year distance from kids. I feel like that's a very common gap.
Yeah, but
I
one's
think it is.
often doing his thing.
That's what I mean.
No.
I mean, I only have one. It's 14 months old, and so it's like I don't know. I'd have to be pregnant like now, like to have that gap happen. But it's just like that's kind of scary.
I'm concerned. Yeah, I mean, my husband is
Does he work full time?
awesome. He works full time, but
Okay.
I do too. So once they'll both be with the daycare. My husband's mom actually watches them, which is wonderful.
Yeah.
That's great.
yeah, I'm super concerned. I'm more concerned about the love, which people say is not an issue.
Yeah.
But but it's so hard to comprehend the love you feel for your children anyway. So just the idea that I would feel that twice
blows your mind.
And
I'm talking about the love that you have for your husband, and then the loves that you do have for your dogs.
But they're so different. It's so different. Yeah. And it's not that any one, well, I wanted to say one isn't more important than the other, but the truth is for your children, it's in your bones. Like there is no, I cannot describe it.
No, I believe that is what maternal instinct is.
Yeah.
Because I think I've spent a lot of time on this show and trying to explain that when the boys came into my life, it was like a switch got flipped. And everything that happens to them happens to me. Like, if they're hurting, I'm hurting. And I'm constantly the problem solver that's trying to figure out how can I mend this for them so that they're not feeling that way or they're not dealing with that or failing or whatever. And they're not even my birth children.
Right.
So I can imagine it would be even amplified if that's possible when they are, you know?
It is an impossible love.
Yeah.
It's impossible.
It's one that you don't really know that you have within you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's weird because you don't think that you could love a person or a thing or a place like the love that you feel for your child.
Yeah.
It's just it's immeasurable.
And
it's
we're
crazy.
saying it now, and the people who don't have children yet, it's like everybody who said it to us.
Right.
You'll love them, but you won't.
I feel like I'm full of cliches now.
It's
that I'm
completely
full of cliches.
Yep. Oh yeah.
You know. Oh my God. And you feel like that. You know, like take pictures because they grow up so fast. Like I mean, I feel like I've heard it all before. It's like, oh, all right.
Yeah,
but then I'm like, oh my God, it happened so fast.
Right.
So
and all the while I'm sitting here taking pictures of my rodent and feels face from day 1 to day 15, and you guys are like watching your children disappear. No, it's true. It's true. Like we took pictures with the boys when the first year that I moved up, maybe the second, and we haven't taken any since. And they both bypassed me. So when people see them, they're like, holy moly. But it goes so fast. And not only that, personalities. That's one thing I've seen, especially within your 2 children, because they are so little. And it's like 1 week, they can't say anything. And then the next week, they're responding. A chance, the other day, we put him in the car seat, and we're like, we're going to go in the car, okay? And he's like, yep. Yeah. And that's what Chelsea says all the time. Is,
oh,
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's how he responds to everything. And it's like, and it made me think of like, do I say that a lot? And people are like, yeah, you say it all the time. I'm like, oh, really?
Of course.
And then Ronan does this thing. What does he do? He says, oh, I was drawing one time on the ground with chalk at his house, and I just wrote out, love you, Ronan. And he walks by and he goes, oh, how beautiful. And literally like sexy like that.
Yeah, and you're
and
like,
I'm like, where did you learn that? You're just, oh my gosh, you made my whole entire year.
Yeah. And he says, good job, Mama. Good job, Papa. And you're like, well, thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh, my God.
It's really sweet.
They are. They're very good parents. You amaze me every day with what you've gone through and what you're doing. And I really need to say this. You and Jason are nailing it.
Thank you.
Are nailing it. So
I don't
will be
know
no
him.
different.
I don't know him, so I'll just piggyback what she said.
We should have my
Well, you saw the picture I just showed you, so clearly we are.
We should put that on our
Yeah,
on our site.
so JoAnna shows us his picture right inside, and she prefaces as soon as she walks in the door, and she prefaces it with, well, it was really the only thing for him to play with, so, and I'm like thinking, first thing that came to my mind was dildos.
Well, first she said, guys, I'm a really good mom, okay?
Oh, that's true.
You have to know that. I'm
First
a really
off,
good mom.
yeah.
That's true.
Right.
Yeah. So first off, I'm a good mom. Second of all, I'm thinking dildos. I don't know why my mind went there. My sister and I have never necessarily talked about something like that. But maybe I've just got dildos on the mind.
And then she shows us a picture of her son, and he's standing in front of quite an impressive plethora of mini alcohol bottles.
It was like a mini bar.
Oh, right.
A mini bar.
And the look on his face has this level of mischief, like, oh, where to begin this night of debauchery. It was amazing. So we'll put that up on
with your approval, I'll post that on our Facebook. So if you guys are listening to this, it's up. Check it out. Facebook at It's Apparent. Yeah, he's a goofball, and his personality is shining. It's probably my favorite part.
And he has great taste in alcohol.
Clearly.
There was a whole cognac to gin was up there.
Yeah.
We should have Ronan on the show.
I would love that. Oh my god.
Oh, you guys are doing such a good job. Good job.
Thank you.
Oh, your earrings are so pretty.
Yeah.
Oh, he goes like this. He's done it to you, right? He grabs your cheeks and he goes, "You're so cute."
Oh,
and you're
my
like,
gosh.
"Yes."
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. We need to have him on the show just so that my self-esteem
Self-esteem.
improves.
No kidding,
Like,
right?
yeah,
I
totally.
wore a
Could you imagine if he was on Match.com? Like, he'd be like the highest dated baby in the world.
right?
Like, yep, Ronan Fulqui.
Yeah.
That's the one.
I would easily swipe right.
Me too.
On someone like
Me
that.
too. Is it right or left?
Right, swipe right.
Oh,
that's a good one.
Right's right. That
Right
makes
is
sense.
the right one. Yeah, bad is left.
That
You
makes sense.
Swipe left. Yeah.
And then he becomes a cheater because he's dating multiple women. And all he says is, You're so cute.
You're doing a great job.
That is so pretty.
I love it. It's so sweet. That's so sweet.
I made popsicles the other day because I'm, again, a great mom. So they're made out of real fruit and stuff. Yeah.
That's phenomenal.
And
That's hardcore. But she's also off on maternity leave.
It's
so.
true. But I made
There
those
it is.
before. Whatever. So he's looking at it and he goes, delicious. I'm like, yeah.
So real quick, before we wrap up, JoAnna, what are you looking forward to the most when she's here or out or here?
Seeing the same thing with my younger son, with my son, seeing my husband.
Well,
with
you
her.
will be able to say that, my youngest.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay,
I am sad because I did want to say I did want another boy for no logical reason.
Oh, is that why that
except-
phrase came out that way?
What, my
'Cause
youngest?
you said, yeah, my
maybe.
younger son.
Maybe. I wanted to say my guys because I have boy dogs. I have I just had to be really cute. Or gentlemen is what I yell, and they all come.
There's another plan. See, when we have these
I know.
plans.
That's
I know.
true.
I
Did
know.
you do a gender reveal party?
No.
Thank God.
We just brought a balloon
People
and let
go-
my son.
They go way overboard with that gender reveal. Have
I
you
totally
seen it?
would do it.
No!
I would Actually, that's not true. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't want to know. I wouldn't want to know the whole 9 months. You want to know
That's
why?
what I did.
Yeah.
It was a complete
I would want a
surprise.
surprise
I like
because there are not surprises for adults anymore.
I
There just
100% agree.
I have found a few surprises. First surprises.
That you had to clean up.
They're surprises.
So I don't want to take away what I asked you. You said what you're looking forward to most is?
Oh, seeing my husband with her. That was the
yeah.
same thing. It's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good for your heart to see
is.
that.
Yeah, it
It's-
just explodes when you see these giant men
Mm-hmm.
holding these tiny human beings.
That never goes away. That
And it
never goes
it's
away.
kind of all of your male relatives. And I'm actually actually more so than that, I haven't witnessed in my life a daughter actually grow up from diapers with her dad. I didn't. Well, Lauren did. No, none of us.
Right.
So I'm so excited to see that relationship
Develop.
Yeah. So
And then she knocks on wood.
nothing's wrong. I just
Here's it's labor time. It's go time. Oh my God, pack the bag.
what we said about plans. So I'm
yeah.
just.
No, I will tell both of you this, and not because I've, of course, ever been pregnant, but that feeling of seeing a male, and especially a father, do their thing never goes away. I had recently been able to watch my husband teach my oldest how to shave. And I did it, of course, from a distance. We have a very small space here, but I'm in the hallway kind of taking some pictures. And, he's walking him through what to do and how to hold his lips. And it's just cute. He hasn't shaved since, so now he's got these random hairs everywhere. But that moment was super cute. And it was
really cute.
just taking him on and showing him the ropes, I guess. When they get older, that's what it is. And it'll be the same thing with the daughter. It will be, teaching her the same. I mean, my brother-in-law is going to teach her the same things that he teaches Ronan.
Oh yeah. He does not. He truly does not care the gender. He is.
Right.
He loves his children. He does not care.
Yeah, he's got a very interesting story too that would be interesting to touch on. That his father actually passed away when he was very.
That was what the knock on wood was, but
yeah, right. So he's going based on himself, and I think I had this really amazing conversation with him fairly recently where I was asking him, like, how do you feel about fatherhood, like, for you? And he's like, I'm always wondering, am I doing it right? And I'm like, nailing it. Mm-hmm. He posted a video the other day. JoAnna was with me, and he's playing with Ronan, and he's got Ronan in a box, and Ronan says, close it up, Daddy, okay? And he closes it up, and Ronan pops out, and he's like, surprise! And then the video after is him running up and down the hall with an envelope, one of those big orange envelopes, on his head with a little eye hole. And he's just running up and down the hall, and my brother-in-law's running, and he's chasing it, and they just go back and forth and back and forth. It's like, he's killing it.
Yeah.
He's killing the dad thing.
Yeah.
Because when you got it, you just got it.
Right.
And you got it, too.
I'd say he's the better parent I mean, I'm the snuggler. I'm the you get hurt, you want me. I make the organic, pureed baby food business. I'm doing that.
Fresh popsicles.
Which he will appreciate when he's old and not dying of cancer. But Jason's definitely the fun,
yeah, and he's outdoorsy,
we're going to splash the water out of the tub today,
yeah.
Dad.
Yeah.
Really I'm like, clean it up.
Clean it up. Better clean it up.
I wish you the best and the most easiest labor that a human being can have. And I really look forward to updating our listeners as to how giant
who
this
she is. Who she is.
She's
what her
gonna
name
be big.
is.
Yeah, she doesn't have a name.
And all that stuff. Yeah, so of course send it our way, and if you're okay with it, we'll post it for everybody.
Sure thing. I wish I had some little sandals for Ronan.
I bet they have some at Old Navy.
I'm sure they do.
Right. Reasonably priced as well.
Yes.
So
what a great story.
cool.
Great show.
Well, thank you so much for being here. We wish you all the best.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, no problem.
Don't pop.
Well,
drink your pop, but don't pop.
At some point.
Pop it, don't stop.
All right.
No, at the end of the month.
Okay.
We got it.
Bye.
We got it.
Follow us, guys. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, at It's a Parent Pod.
You can also follow us individually. I'm on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube's Chelsea Bierce, Bearce.
If you're interested in following me and seeing what I'm up to, you can find all that information on my website, lauren-kelly.com.
And don't forget to review us.
Yep. Bye, guys. We out. Make it count.
Boom. Bye.